Second video is on comparing and ordering rational numbers. The rule for comparing and ordering rational numbers is that you must get all the numbers into the same form. You either pick all fractions or all decimals. Okay, we cannot compare numbers that are in different formats. They must be in the same form. So I'm going to show you how to do this both ways. The first way, all fractions. The first step is to convert any decimals to fractions using place value. Second step is to get a common denominator, and you need to adjust the numerators if the denominator changed. And then step 3, you can compare or put them in order. So I've given us three numbers, 1/2, 3/8, and 0.6. I need to convert my 0.6 to a fraction. Remember the number you see, 6 is the numerator. The place value, tenths, is the denominator, 6/10. Now I need a common denominator. 2, 8, and 10. The least common denominator I can think of is 40. That will work for all of them. So now we need to think, 2 times what is 40? 2 times 20. So I do 1 times 20, and I get 20. 8 times 5 is 40, so 3 times 5 is 15. 10 times 4 is 40, so 6 times 4 is 24. Now that I have them all in the same form with a common denominator, I can put them in order, maybe from least to greatest. Okay, my least value is the 15/40. Then I have 20/40, and then 24/40. And if I wanted to write this using the original numbers, 15/40 is the 3/8, 20/40 is 1/2, and 24/40 is 0.6. So that way involves 3 steps, okay? I prefer to use all decimals because it's only 2 steps. You convert any fractions to decimals using division. This is our cowboy and horse method, dividing, okay? And then we compare and order those decimals using the stacking method, and I will show you what that looks like. So I have 0.72, 0.8, and 3/4. So I need to divide this, cowboy and horse. 3 is my cowboy, 4 is my horse, so 4 is dividing into 3. Remember that there's a decimal and 0 behind this whole number. 4 can't go into 3. Bring down the 0, bring up the decimal. 4 goes into 37 times, which is 28. I'm going to keep the problem going by adding another 0, and 4 goes into 25 times. So 3/4 is 0.75. So the stacking method, I'm going to write these decimals, and I'm going to line up their place values. All the ones place, the zeros that we have here, are in line. The decimals are in line. The tenths place are in line. And the hundredths place are in line. And then wherever you see a blank, you can fill in with a 0. Unless it's a repeating decimal, then you fill in with whatever number's repeating. And now we can compare. Let's say again if we go least to greatest. I have 0.72, 0.80, 0.75. Obviously the 70s are going to be the least, and 0.72 is my least. Next is the 0.75, and then the 0.80. And if I were to write those using the original forms, 0.72, 3/4, that's the 0.75, and then 0.8. All right? So again, I prefer this method because it's a little less work and we don't have to deal with fractions. But you can choose whichever way. You just must get them all into the same form, either all fractions or all decimals.